This is Mark Gorkin, the Stress Doc, a licensed clinical social worker, nationally acclaimed speaker, author, legend in my own mind, no, just kidding, and motivational psycho-humorist. I'm here to tell you a little bit about one of my programs that I'm very excited about. It's called IM4 Performance-Leadership, the architecture and artistry for capturing an audience. Now, I'm going to give you just a few minutes of sort of a background, kind of the essence of this program. Well, first, let's just start with the obvious. What does IM4 leadership mean? First, you have imaginative mind. Second, an informative message. Third, you're an inspiring messenger. And fourth, you're creating an interactive medium so that all these elements really can dance with your audience. Now, one of the key components, and that's what I'm going to do now in the next few minutes, of becoming that IM4 leader is understanding the difference between being compelling and captivating. Compelling, you really want to get people's attention and spur them to action. Captivating, there's something about the message and your presence and presentation that's intriguing, that captures people's imagination. Think of it this way, you're appealing to both sides of the brain, the logical left hemisphere and the more emotional right hemisphere, head and heart. So you're really trying to, as I like to say, be your full self without being full of yourself. Now, after that, you want to get into the process of performance leadership. And there I have 5 steps. As you'll see, I call this the 5 A's. You'll discover that I'm a charter member of the new 12-step AA group, Acronyms Anonymous. Anyway, first you want to grab people's attention. And this is critical in this smartphone age. Second, you want to create a sense of anticipation. You want people on the edge of their seats wondering, what is this quirky guy going to do next? Third, you want to create a sense of animation. You want to speak to people's spirit, their soul. You want to turn on their juice, really get them excited. Fourth, you want to then channel all this energy into activation, where they're beginning to do tasks and exercises. For example, I'll talk about my most compelling and captivating exercise. It's a 3D exercise related to discussion, drawing, and diversity. It's a very powerful team-building exercise where it really helps bring out what's really going on in the organization in a safe and very engaging way. So you've got attention, anticipation, animation, activation, where you're giving people, through these exercises, giving people a chance to practice their skills. What are the challenges that they're going to face? And finally, you want to create a sense of actualization, where through individual and team involvement, people are going to have a chance to continue to practice and grow on an ongoing basis. Now, in addition to this process, there are what I call my bullet points. For example, it's no longer the old KISS, keep it simple, stupid, but it's this Stress Docs KISS. Keep it short and smart. And the memorable miss, make it sassy or subtle and surprising. I like to say, the old expression, think out of the box. I want to say, be outrageous, not just out of the box. Learn to use acronyms alliterations, aphorisms, analogies. Get into rhythm and rhyme. I remember these nurses, kind of doing a program or having a slogan to help themselves survive at the burnout battlefront. Do your 8 and hit the gate. 9 to 5 and stay alive. Believe me, that was a message that resonated with everyone there. And then we come to my pièce de résistance, my major model, the 5 P's of passion power. This is a model that I developed when I was asked to give a presentation to an association audience on how do you give dynamic presentations? And I really thought about it. And what do I try to bring to that arena? And I came up with, I try to speak to the head and heart, being cognitive and affective, and I called that the mindset. And I wanted to be serious and a little humorous, and I called that the mood set. And from that 2x2 matrix, you ultimately get the challenge to be purposeful, provocative, passionate, playful. And if you can put all that together, you're being philosophical. And then I'll get into an exercise that really challenges people to talk about. What's your strength in those P's? Are you better at being purposeful than being playful? Are you better at being provocative than passionate? And then you break it into a small group and have people talk about their strengths and their shadow side. And then I really challenge the audience. Do you think it's possible to be purposeful, provocative, passionate, playful, and even philosophical, the 5th P? And people are looking at me like, what is he talking about? And all of a sudden I'll say, let's do my 4-word exercise. Share an embarrassing moment, begin. And boy, does the room initially get silent, and then one person speaks. And another says, oh, that was good. Let me tell you about my experience. And before you know it, the room is abuzz. That's what I mean by performance leadership. That's what I mean by capturing people's attention. And the final component in this webinar, how do you create a helmets off team? A team where there's real openness and honesty, and people are really ready to synergize and interact and share with each other. So that's it. That's the summary of IM4 Performance Leadership, Architecture and Artistry for capturing people's attention and imagination. Hope to see you there.